Mainly I've been working on putting. That's something I've been really struggling with. My ball striking has come a long way in about the past 6 months, but the putter's kind of let me down in the last little while, so that's definitely something to work on.
Saw a lot of short game, a lot of kind of mid-distance, a little bit work there, and I talked to head coach Kyle Knutson about it, and that's kind of the game, the toughest part to work on. And so,
Exactly.
what do you benefit from those kind of practices of routine?
Well, it's definitely part of the game where you can get back into it. So say you're not striking it very well, then it definitely saves the round if you can get up and down a couple times or make a few putts or a couple good wedge shots. It keeps the confidence up, and then you can save a good score if you're not striking it all that well.
And so, with competition postponed, as it were, until the first of the year, how do you keep yourself motivated on a day-to-day to keep coming out here and improving your game?
You just gotta trust the process. You gotta see it as more time to get better, pretty much. Instead of we're not playing competitions, but that's just an extra 4 months just to get better and be ready for it when the time does come.
How'd you spend your summer?
Practicing. I played a few tournaments back home in Alberta. It's pretty much working and practicing at the golf course every day and just trying to get better.
How'd those tournaments go for you in Alberta?
I played the Alberta Open and the Alberta Amateur. The Amateur did not go well. I missed the cut unfortunately there, but the Open I played alright. Did a little pack finish after the cut, so it was alright.
And what will you take from that experience over the summer to kind of build in your college game?
So more playing with higher level guys around Alberta, which is nice compared to junior events, which I played a lot back home. Just playing with a higher caliber, more expectations, and got to shoot better scores, obviously, to be in it. So
it's nice that the weather kind of held off for us today, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Little less wind. It's been kind of windy the past week, and just praying that the snow doesn't come.
Are you happy to be back on the course with your teammates?
Yeah, it's been awesome. Definitely better than being at home practicing by myself for the most part.
It's going pretty good. This is one of our first times using this facility, this learning center that they built. But I really like it. It helps a lot with our shorter shots because 100 yards and in is really important in golf because it seems like the shorter you are, the more shots you do. So I'm trying to get those as low as we can.
And for you personally, what do you think you're building on, or what are you improving on in this practice season here in the fall?
Shorter shots for sure. Got to make sure my putting is really good because when it turns winter time, we won't really have a wonderful putting area, so we're gonna have to make sure we're on top of our putting for when spring comes around. So.
I kind of asked Andrew Makarchuk about the weather. It held off for you guys today. The wind isn't too strong. That's got to be nice.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how warm it's been since compared to last year. I feel like it should be way colder, but we're taking advantage of it for sure, which is great.
So with competition and NCAA level being kind of pushed back here till after the first of the year, what keeps you guys motivated to keep building towards that, next year kind of start?
Just utilizing this as like practice time, so we're gonna be super prepared for the springtime because our team was really new. We only had 2 returning players, all the rest are freshmen or transfers. So using this as practice time and getting to know each other is really helpful compared to just jumping right into a season with a bunch of new players. So.
Yeah, with all those newcomers to the team, like you mentioned, just 2 returners, this has got to be beneficial, a silver lining as it were, to have this time to work.
Yeah, especially getting to know each other, team bonding stuff and just getting our games down. And the nice thing with this team is that we're all pretty close in distance when our last team was a little more spread out further and shorter, but this one we're all around the same, which is actually really helpful, just judging distances and stuff.
So over summer, what did you do? How did you spend your summer?
Well, I worked at the golf course here. I worked at the Varden, so I got to play golf for free, which was nice, and our assistant coach Eli works there too, so I got to feel like I utilized my summer as best as I could, especially in North Dakota golf is different.
So you've been building all summer towards this coming year?
Yeah, I've been practicing all summer just because free golf we get to play. Same with one of the boys team, he worked there too, so we just play, practice here and there, so it was really nice. It helped out a lot, I think.
And today, working on that mid-range game, is it just a repetition, you keep doing it, and that's what helps you improve?
Sort of, yeah. It just helps to know what the distance is and know what that swing kind of looks like. When it comes to shorter shots, it feels like it's more of a feel thing versus just hitting it full swing because it's not the same, so you really got to know know what your distance is that you're hitting.
And finally, you got to be happy to be back on the course with your teammates after the way last semester was cut short.
Yeah.
It's got to be exciting to be back out here.
Yeah, it feels really good to be back out here again. Like, getting cut short, especially with all of our seniors last year, was really like sad for our team. But this year, like, it feels really good to just be able to be back. And I'm really grateful that MSU has put us all in this position to be back and playing our sports again.